So you want to be able to offer support through those various channels, various platforms to your audience so that they can respond to you across multiple platforms, not just limited to email only or phone call, right? We want to give them multiple opportunities to respond. The next is when they respond to us, we want to be able to have quick response times, okay? Because the thing about quick response times is, one, it helps keep that customer or client engaged in your business, but also it shows them subconsciously that you value their time, right? So we call that like speed to lead, or just, the success of support, right? So, and then having self-service options. In today's age, we see a lot of business owners providing powerful resources for their customers to find within their site that help answer questions on their own, right? So we're going to direct them, and that's like the navigation piece, being able to have a clear and direct way for those potential clients to have those resources to find the answers that they're looking for. Now we move into something, an awesome topic, like charming your audience on social media, right? So when we think about social media, we think there's a lot of social media platforms. So a couple key points, no matter what platform you're using, as a general overview of charming your audience on social media, no matter what platform you've identified or multiple platforms you identified, is to always show your personality, right? So what that means is you represent the brand, and you want that brand to have a unique voice that shines through the content that you're making, okay? You also want to stay engaged in conversations, right? Be responsive to comments and also participate in those discussions by providing, high value, right? High value responses, okay? Benefits to that audience, right? And that leads us into sharing valuable content, such as tips, insights, and information that you have determined that your audience finds useful and your audience has asked. You can do a Q&A and ask what your audience would find as useful, and then get the information and provide it to them as a benefit. And let's not forget that, especially today's age, is providing visual content as far as images that are very eye-catching, but also videos that stop the thumb, right? You have a video, it stops someone from scrolling, they pay attention to it, and then they take action. So those are some of the items that we want to look at there. And then we look at putting your best foot forward digitally, right? So before the digital age, you just put your best foot forward and meeting people, right? Not all of it was online, a lot of it was face-to-face. So you had to dress the part, look the part, talk the part, act the part. You only got one chance to make a first impression, right? So now the same thing, but digitally. So professional website, consistent branding, and high quality visuals, along with a clear value proposition. So when you start with a professional website, again, that is designed around your audience, right? The branding stays consistent across multiple platforms, and the messaging stays consistent with the visuals. Another is high quality visuals. Professional photography and graphics will really help scale that to stand out in a crowded market. And then you have a clear value proposition. So communicating, again, those products or services that you offer in a clear, concise manner about what problem you're solving or what benefit you're providing. The power of a first impression online is going to consist of a few items, such as website load times. You want to ensure that your site loads quickly, because if not, people are going to move on. They just are, right? Thinking of you not only as a business owner, but think of yourself as a client. If it doesn't load, you're probably going to another site. The same thing with mobile responsiveness. 80+% of your website is going to be accessed from mobile users, not from desktop. Okay, so you want to make sure that it looks good on both, especially on the smartphones. And have clear navigation. We've all been to those sites where it's like that one button is being blocked by the other one. So you want to make sure that you're reviewing the site so that when people go to the site, they can clearly navigate through it and access the buttons that you have to guide them through your site, both desktop and mobile. Then have compelling headlines. Grab attentions with strong benefit-focused headlines. Who is your audience? What problem are you solving? And again, it's like we used to call it before the fold. Now it's before the scroll, right? So on that first section is who's my audience? What are we talking about? What are we doing? Where are we going? Next, you want to craft an irresistible offer. So by understanding your audience, you'll then know what their wants and needs are. The next thing is to highlight the benefits. So you want to be able to focus on how your offer solves problems or improves their life. After we've understood the audience and highlighted the benefits, now we have to do something that's very crucial, which is create the urgency. We have to get them to take action. So limited time offers, act now, best offer of the year, don't miss out, fear, FOMO, fear of missing out, right? You want to add in these things, and then AI can really help you with those offers and help you scale them, right? To know, like maybe you want to run an A/B test, like which call to action is working better, right? And then offer guarantees. So what we call there is risk reversals, right? So money back guarantees, free trials. A famous one is if I don't get you on the first page of Google in 90 days, I'll give you $500 for wasting your time. Right. So those are some powerful risk reversals and guarantees to provide that when you're creating an irresistible offer. Now you want to leverage your social proof effectively. Okay. Because when you have your social proof, when you obtain it, like we discussed in the very beginning, now you want to leverage it effectively, such as like through testimonials, right? So feature detailed customer stories that are showcasing real results. So you want to find out what results you have in your business, okay, and what problem those results are solving, and then have the testimonial based around that. The same thing with a case study, providing an in-depth example of how you help specific clients overcome specific challenges, okay? Then you have things like trust badges where you can display certifications, awards. So people like that too. So those are 3 ways to leverage social proof effectively across your business platforms, whether it be website, social media, etc. Now we talk about creating a memorable brand identity, okay? When you see the golden arches, you know that that's McDonald's. You just do. Like, no matter where you are, no matter where you're driving on the highway, you see that, you're like, that's a McDonald's, right? So having a brand identity with visual elements is huge. So you want to develop a distinct color and logo, right? And then you want to have, choose fonts that reflect your brand personality. Then have a voice and a tone that is consistent way of communicating with your audience. Then offer the brand promise.